Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to Doing Business in Bentonville. I'm Andy Wilson, and it's great to be back with you again. I am so excited about our podcast this morning because I've got some friends here, and you're going to really like what they're going to talk about, especially for our great state of Arkansas. Yes, you all know we're located in Northwest Arkansas, and it is such a great area. We know that we have thousands of people moving here, which we love. And of course, you know, we're the home of Walmart and J.B. Hunt and Tyson Foods and the great University of Arkansas.
Absolutely.
Right? And the Sun Walton School of Business,
yes,
right?
For sure.
Okay, so Michelle Hammer, welcome back.
Well, thank you, Eddie. It's good to be here.
It's good to have you. You know, I think this is like 4 or 5 times you've already been here.
I've been here a few times.
I love it.
I'm enjoying it.
Keep coming back. Well, Phil, you know, when there's exciting things, I hear from him, and that's pretty often in this area because so much is happening. But Phil is the executive director of Entrepreneurship and Innovation Center to Sun Walton School of Business.
That's correct. Yep.
Wow. And we have been to a lot of different things together, and I'm glad we met a couple of years ago. And secondly, congratulations on all the things going on at the university.
Thanks. We have it's exciting. It's been a fun ride for the last few years being there. The student engagement's up way, has increased considerably. The community engagement, we seem to be hitting on all cylinders right now. So It's been a lot of fun.
Well, today, our viewers, you're going to get really a great event because we're so excited about what's happening. And we have additional guests here today, and I wish I had time to talk about one of my friends that are here I met, what was that, 30 years ago?
Maybe 40. Maybe 40.
Yeah, so anyway, maybe we can slip a couple of things in. But introduce our guests, and then let's talk about the school, then let's talk about their organization, and we're going to put this whole thing together. What the exciting news about what's about to happen in Arkansas.
Sure. So the Office of Entrepreneurship and Innovation, we'll call it OEI, has been on this mission to try and tackle major problems for entrepreneurship support that no one else seems to be touching, or at least not as much as we think it should be. And one that we got super interested in maybe a year and a half ago, guys, was consumer packaged goods, CPG product. So many people are looking at building and buying and creating product here in town and across our state, and we wanted to try and figure this out. And so we started a conversation with Act 2, and 2 of the representatives are here today. So we got Matt Herlevick and Mike Rail, and we are just ecstatic that we're building a partnership with them today because their organization is doing amazing stuff in our town.
All right. Well, let's do this. Let's learn about this great company called Act 2, okay? Because I've read about it. It's exciting. About what the tasks you've been given, and why are we doing this too? We need to talk about that and really get our people. And here's the other thing: our viewers need to listen, and because you may be eligible for what we're about to talk about, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
that's right.
So talk about your great company.
Yes, sir. I'll talk a little bit about Act 2. Thanks for the introduction, Phil. The way that you're interacting with the University of Arkansas and the way that you're interacting with us right now aligns with what we're doing very well. We're really a customer-focused boutique shop here in town that really helps with early stage entrepreneurs. We help bring ideas and concepts to life, and then some of those ideas and concepts are products in retail, CPG items, and we brought several of those to life inside retail space.
Sure.
Yep.
Wonderful. Now, there's so much enthusiasm today around retail, you know, where so much is happening. I mean, I will tell you, you know, I was visiting with an individual that's coming on the show next week this morning, and we said, this is the best time to be in retail. It's also a best time to be an innovator and to be an entrepreneur, to be selling your product to retail, right? Trying to do that. But it's hard work.
No doubt.
And it's complicated work. It's not, you don't pull up, you don't have an item and it's in the store tomorrow. It's a lot to this. So walk us through how this process is going to work and who this process is for.
So I think you're right? If you look at retail today, more and more of our large retailers continue to want the newest, the latest innovation, the newest products. They want the first one to kind of carry the brand and bring it in. And so you have constant innovators all over the U.S. that are looking to build new, take advantage of trend, bring on products to the market, bring products to the market that retailers want to get a hold of. The challenge is exactly what you're talking about, though. The challenge is, how do I go from I've built a product, it seems to be successful in the farmer's market, or I've sold it in a couple of independent stores. Now I'd like to kind of attract or get into a larger retailer. And that is a massive chasm for an entrepreneur to have to jump.
And the tuition price is very high.
Very high.
There's a lot to learn. And
Very much so. That's an excellent description, actually, because it is costly, and for some, it's the reason why they don't make the step. Right? There's very many companies that look at that chasm as that's just too big of a step. It's too much risk. I don't know what I'm doing, so I don't want to take that step. What we've decided is we think we can help them. We think we can help them take the success they're having today and prepare their product for that large retail space, for a multi-unit or a national chain, to be able to step them into a retailer where before they might have had either fear or unknowing of how to make that step happen.
Or just intimidated by the whole process that you have to go through. And so at the end of the day, these people come and they don't realize what all goes into it. Just because you've invented a great item or you have it and your neighbors and your people in your town love it, doesn't mean it works. And so bringing those things to life take a lot, whether that's a capital raise, whether that's the packaging, the formulation, all the things they don't think about. It's like, hey, I invented this in the shop and it works well. And so helping them understand the path it takes to get there. Once you get that built in, then there could be as much as a 6-month or 18-month wait to a mod change or something like that at Walmart to get on that calendar to be a part of that.
Sure.
And so, but again, those are the things that we find very interesting when somebody's invented something that we can help them bring it to life in retail.
And you're going to do that in Arkansas.
We are going to do that in Arkansas.
Okay. Let me say that again.
Yeah.
Act 2, working with this great guy in his office and his department, is going to bring that here for people that have potential products. Or we know up the road, or got the golden ticket, or something like that, somewhere. You may have got the golden ticket somewhere else, but if you live in Arkansas, you have a business, you now can be potential part of this great program. So let's talk about how and who's eligible, when that starts. Okay, and let's lean into this because this is exciting.
Right.
Yeah. Let me name it first, right? So the Ozark Retail Accelerator, right, is what we've designed. This is sponsored by the Arkansas Economic Development Commission. They have this great program where they help organizations like ours take entrepreneurs through accelerator programs, right? Help them, train them on whatever the tool is. In our case, it's going to be about how do I make that jump. So Ozark Retail Accelerator was our plan. And the plan was just, how do we put a group of companies that are at the right stage through a series of trainings that's going to give them a to-do list probably a mile long, but it's going to help prepare them for that step into retail and to make sure they understand what all those steps are going to be. Right. So we talk about eligibility. That's probably the most important thing we have to talk about first. Like, what companies are we looking for and what would make the most sense for this program?
Yeah, I think the CPG space, consumer packaged goods, and the consumable space would be a great start as we start, our first year in this. And we anticipate this thing going on for several years.
We hope so.
And it will live on and on.
Oh, wonderful.
And so we're very important to the state of Arkansas. Obviously, they have an eye on this group and what we're doing because we're focusing initially here on the state of Arkansas, and to be able to bring some of that life here, which you would think would be easy sitting here where Fortune 1 is in Northwest Arkansas. But there's other parts of the state too where those people just need an avenue to show their product, if you will.
Sure. That's actually a critical piece of what we're trying to do. One, because the AEDC is funding this, but two, because we are so passionate about trying to help the entire state of Arkansas. This is really focused on Arkansas-based companies or Arkansas-committed companies, which companies are saying we are here for the long run within our state, so we can use this the assets that we've been given to actually drive economic development for our state and for our region.
This is big news. This is huge. And when does this program begin? How do you enroll? Where do you go? Give information. Of course, whatever they tell us, we're going to have that on our website. Okay. So, but talk to us about that.
Yeah, I can kick it off. So the application's open right now. So if you go to ozarkretailaccelerator.com, you can apply right now.
Okay.
Those applications are going to run through the middle of February. We are taking in samples from people. We're going to go through the application process. We'll go through an interview process and select a group of companies. Our goal is 10. And we want to put those 10 companies into the accelerator starting end of March. So it'll be March 31st and April 1st, right in that time frame. We'll spend a couple days here in Northwest Arkansas with them face to face. And then we're going to provide virtual programming for them throughout the next 12 weeks. all designed to hit the major topics, Matt, that you talked about before, right? How do we ensure that you understand your packaging plan? How do you understand your marketing plan? How do you understand your pricing plan? All the steps that we know are critical for them to know, all the way through to how do I actually pitch to a buyer? How do I have that conversation at the end of the day to make the buyer most interested in my product and to make that connection happen through the pitch? We'll help all on the way. And then at the end of that program, middle of June, we're going to have like a demo day, a community event where everybody will be able to come and get to know the companies and see the progress they've made.
Yeah, I mean, just getting the nod from a buyer at any retailer, that's just like the first 1% of what has to happen, and then the rest has to happen. And creating an inventory when that first PO comes from that retailer could be a big number that, you're going to have to fund up front or either be able to raise capital.
Yeah.
And so those are things that going through the 12-week program and each one of those steps. And, just because you can make a barbecue sauce in your kitchen and it's really good and everybody in town loves it, making it with a copacker down an assembly line, sometimes formulation has to be tweaked, and having a food scientist that can help do that is something no one thinks about. It's like, here's my barbecue sauce, here's how I make it. We're going to start doing that. And we have a young man in Monticello, Arkansas. It's got a great one right now that, we're working with. So
it's every time we have these conversations as a team, I get excited because we have brought together, we have over 150 years of either retail merchandising or operation experience or being a supplier experience on the team of 6 advisors that we have for this program. 150 years of dealing with what is the right packaging to put into Sam's Club versus Walmart, or how do I make sure that that I can get the volume or the working capital to be able to just make my first PO. All those steps that we have seen time and time again with other suppliers, that we've seen time again as ourselves. Now we can take that knowledge and actually provide that to some of these people that just haven't tried it or done it before in a meaningful way. And that every time we talk, I get excited because you can just see the list. All the problems we've seen over and over again. Companies struggle when they make that big step, and we think we can really help them do it right.
even just having a different strategy for grocery, for mass, for club, there's channel strategies. No one that's just like never even thought about that. They just like, I invented this pen. I want to sell this same pen to all of them for the same price. And that's just not how it works with different models like club or mass.
Yeah, right. Very true.
Just a lot to think about that just, they can invent it and they got to take it and bring it to life. It takes a little bit more.
That actually leads into a couple others. So it isn't just OEI and Act 2 doing this. We brought in a third-party partner in Scott Benedict, and he's helping us really drive that curriculum out right now. So he'll be heavily involved in this, as well as the Bentonville Chamber has stepped up, and they want to be a part of this as well because they want to help us recruit. They want to help us find those mentors. They want to help a program like this go in their town, but also because they see the broader implications for our state as well.
Well, you need to bring in Doing Business in Bentonville so we can come and have a live event or something around this, and we'll just still and get out there because we want to be part of this too because of we are part of it, but we want to be a part of it to help promote this. Also, can you imagine it's going to change people's lives? This will change people's lives. This will have a huge impact on our state and beyond. Okay, and I can't imagine that you go through this and then you walk into a retailer and you say, "That's my item."
Yeah.
Now that's jobs. That is entrepreneurism at the best. That is one of the most exciting things. And I get excited just talking about it. What could happen? The momentum that's going to take place in the state,
for sure,
because of what you all are doing and because of the opportunities that's been available.
And our track record at Act 2 has been exciting for us during the journey since our Walmart Inc. careers. And we've learned a lot, and we've seen those smiley faces when they've been working at something for 7-8 years and just couldn't get across. And all of a sudden, it's, for example, one margarita mix company we work with is in Walmart now. They started 600 stores. Now they're 1,000 stores and they're just continuing to grow. And it's just like, the look on their face when they, the buyer called, we're getting more.
It hits
stores.
even closer to home though with us too, right? We have a brand called 5 Minute Gourmet that we recently launched and put in the stores, and it's in 107 stores here, expanding soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, that to your point of you get excited. You're like, wow, that thing went all the way from an idea,
Farmers market
to a concept, farmers market, to retail.
But let's be clear, like that, they look like overnight successes. They're not overnight successes. Right? It takes those years. It takes all that work and those effort. And that's why we put this program together to make sure they knew exactly what the effort's going to be.
It's almost like kids, right? If you wouldn't forget how hard it was, you wouldn't do it again, right?
Yeah, the meals took us 3 years.
Yeah.
It's a 3-year run.
Yeah.
And so, but now Sam's, Costco, Kroger, Walmart, and so buyers, it's good. Its way out there.
Okay. You all went through some really quick, and let's go back to some very key dates here. Okay. So, and again, as I mentioned, the press release, we'll have it attached to our website, doingbusinessinbentonville.com, along with this event. Now, run through the key dates again, because they're very important.
All of this can be found on the website, right? Ozark Retail Accelerator.com.
Okay.
We tried to find the longest possible URL we could. So we hit that
Word I can't spell, maybe.
Google Accelerator, Ozark Retail Accelerator. But the dates are important. So the application's open right now. You can go on the site today. We've actually had quite a few applicants already.
Okay.
And so we're seeing applications come through. That's open until February 15th.
Okay.
Those same companies will be sending us samples, and we'll go through interviews over the next couple of weeks after that, with the hope to tell people early March that they're in. Our goal is to get to 10 companies. These things are different. OEI's done a few of these before in the past, Andy, and we know, like, we'll put the application out there. We'll see how many. We could get 100 applications. We could get 12. And we want to make sure we get the right companies in. So we'll figure out what that is. But our target is to try and get 10 companies in the program that are ready at the right stage. That puts them March 31st in Bentonville with us for a couple of days as we kind of kick this program off. And then it'll be virtual programming all the way through to the middle of June when we have that demo day.
I do think, too, if people miss that deadline, continue to reach out. We'd still like to hear from you.
It's a great point.
I mean, again, maybe it didn't work this time, but we could, do something else. But we'd love to hear from as many as people as we can. And again, there'll be a year 2 of this and a year 3. But we're always willing to help people that are looking for help to try to figure this animal out and what to do with it. So
that's a really good point.
Yeah, there are deadlines because we have to get the class set up and we have to go through these modules and because we're on a deadline from the state as well and showed some success in the program. So that's what we're working for. But after we get through the first one, we'll be ready for the second one, which we're all confident that'll happen next year.
Good. Wonderful. Well, great news for our state. Entrepreneurs in the state of Arkansas, here you go. Here's your opportunity, right?
That's right.
Here's your opportunity.
Can I add one more? I think entrepreneurs for sure, right? If you're building the product, if you're ready to go, if you feel like you're in that stage, reach out to us, right? Even if you're not sure you're at that stage yet, reach out to us. Let us help you think through whether it's the right timing. The second piece I would say, though, is we are also looking to make sure we have strong mentors in that program too, right? We're going to be bringing these companies in. Obviously, I think we got a great advisory team that's going to be building out the curriculum and really teaching. But there's going to be opportunities to mentor these companies as well, or bring in specific skill sets. We know we're going to have some companies going to be challenged with packaging. We know some companies going to be challenging maybe with taste profile. Right? We're going to be looking to make sure that we have the skill sets around them and we have the ability to bring in those mentors. So I know your podcast reaches a lot of people that have expertise in this space. And so if there's interest, we'd be open to that as well.
Good. And if you're interested, then you can always reach out to these 3 individuals. You can reach out to us here at Doing Business in Bentonville, and we'll make sure we get that information to you all too.
Sure.
And I think this is just wonderful. It's exciting. It's another reason why we live in such a great state and a great region, and to offer these opportunities. So congratulations to all of you.
Thank you.
I will tell you too, one other thing, coming from Walmart, all of us, cost is everything. One of the questions people how much does it cost? How much does it cost?
Yep.
Quite frankly, it costs hardly anything since we're funded through the state. We're offering this up. You might have to have a little travel, maybe a hotel room in Bentonville. Right. That's going to be about the extent of it. So this is basically I don't want to call it a free, but very economical solution in getting into some education around what it takes to be in a retailer.
Okay.
Nor is this program taking any ownership, right? I mean, we are here just providing it for the companies. It is a true support for you.
Yeah. So good. Well, gentlemen, I can't thank you for joining us today. Thank you so much. It's been great. And it's been great to meet you, to also to spend some time recreating ourselves. So it's been just a wonderful morning. Again, what a great program. We will get this out, and I really wish you all the best to this. Also, if we can if Doing Business Bentonville can do anything to help you from a publication standpoint, you just reach out to us.
For sure.
We're glad to help, glad to support. And it's the same thing. It costs you nothing. So we're all about supporting our state and the people in our state that are trying to do something to change their lives and make retail even better. What a great time to be in retail.
No question.
Thank you all.
Yep.
And to our viewers, thank you. We really appreciate you. You're doing a great job. I appreciate from time to time, I hear from you on LinkedIn and message me. You can do that anytime. I promise you I will answer you back. And we've got such a great year planned. We're also launching live events. We had our live event last month. We have another live event coming up. You can check all that on our website, Doing Business in Bentonville. It's exciting times in retail and omni-channel. It's just amazing what's going on. We're your expert in all of that. So stay tuned to us. Again, my guests, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Everyone, have a wonderful day. Thank you.